Good morning. Namaste, everybody. I love you. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I just want to thank everybody for your likes and your comments, your subscribes, your understanding, your love, your peace, your joy. And that's what life is all about. Just kind of sharing, loving. I don't know where we're going today, but I actually was kind of given an inspiration of talking to you guys about believing in yourself, okay? So let's see where this goes. Let's see if if I was on the edge, if I'm in sync with God, and if not, then we'll go where the Spirit leads, because that's what we follow, right? We follow the Spirit, because it's always going to take us to where we need to go. Yeah, we listen within. These are the archetype cards of the wild unknown. I love these cards. They're very deep and got a lot of great artistic, stuff on it. Very beautiful. And yeah, my day's going great, guys. I got up, I done my thing, and got my puppies and played with them for a while, watering my yard, looking at the flowers as they're beginning to wilt a little bit, because it's been a long summer, right? And that's the way it goes. Let's see what we get. Wow, the tear. I think this is the first time I've gotten this card. We're going to push it up here into the tear. Number 52. Well, we all know that tears come, when our life is shifting and changing, and we have a lot of anxiety and stress. So if anybody out there is shifting in their life and they're having stress, just know you're loved, and God, the universe, is always with you. Sometimes change is brought into our life, whether this is about change or not, I don't know, but that's generally when I cry. If things are changing and you just feel this like that, and we don't like change. People do not like change. I do not like change. I do not like change at all. I like for things to stay, look, I'm only human. I like to live in the same place for long amounts of time. I like to plant things and watch them grow. So I'm that kind of person, that doesn't like to just up and have to go. So we're going to see what this says. You've got to go play, my dear. I can't put you up here. Mommy's got stuff up here. You go play. You want to say hello to everybody? Well, come on. Come here. We'll say hello. Here is Aura, and she came to say hello. She actually wants on my bed so she can eat my pins, but Mommy's not going to let her up there right now because I can't pay attention to her and my pin and do the show at the same time. I do like to show the cute little fuzzy butt off. I call her Fuzzy Butt, and she is just the most. She's bright. She shines. She gets in trouble all the time. Okay. And then I got little quiet Lammy over there, who you hardly ever hear a whisper out of. All right, let's read the tear, the mourning, the release, the rain. Tears are droplets of letting go. Once they begin to fall, we allow the swelling tide of emotion to run its elemental course. Often the tears, what is needed in order for a conversation or a situation to break into the next level of intimacy and vulnerability. Some say that tears are so powerful in softening our egos that they open up a portal to the unseen world. Through our watery eyes, the ancestors catch a glimpse of us. and I got a kick, and we are reminded of their internal embrace. We sense our humanity, our humility, and we allow ourselves to be held. It is likely this card appears when there is grieving yet to do, a sinking down into disappointment or despair that once acknowledged will bring a shimmer of clarity to our dewy eyes. Melody, melancholy flowing through, in the darkness drowning drama and murkiness, the tear. The tear is powerful, and it is possible to be subsumed in its waters. Find a supportive place to open the floodgates. If both the tear and the river appear in a reading, this indicates an excess of the water element in your life, as in the Ayurvedic tradition. Balance it with fire and earth. Okay. So, somebody may be in distress. Let's pull some symbols. The first thing, I guess this will go with what I was thinking. You want to believe that no matter what it is, you can get through it. You put that, I believe I can get through this. Now you put a question mark on the when. Don't say when. But as you work your way through, you know, the mourning, the grieving, the change of whatever the change was. What you doing down there, Aura? You know, you work your way through. You can't put a date or a time on it. But I promise, if you believe in yourself, believe the universe wants you to be at your best. Healthy, happy, loving, kind, gentle, sweet. You know, you don't want to come out bitter fruit because of the things that's been done to you. You want to come out being able to still have love in your heart. It takes a lot of healing after anybody's been hurt. And it takes a belief in yourself and believe that Mother Earth would want you to come through it. Okay? The belief. Yes, the will. It's in your hands. You have to drive through these turbulent waters, and you have to stay strong. You have to believe in yourself, even if nobody else believes in you. I know it's hard. Believe God has got your back. Believe the sun has got your back. Believe the moon has got your back. You ain't got no one to talk to the planets. You drive your wheel. You find a way to overcome and sort through the emotions. Why do you feel the way you do? How did you get to the place where you feel what you do? You know, what did you learn out of the situation? How can you learn what you need to learn out of this situation? You take the wheel and you drive yourself through the spook house. It's not a carnival. They're not going to take you through. You've got to do it. You've got to believe that you can overcome anything, that you are magical, that yes, you have to process. Yes, you have to understand how you got to where you are. How did you get off course in your life? What would help you get back on course in your life? How can you begin? I got transformation here. You know, coming out of it. Look, yellow, you must have started talking to the sun. We could say Jesus the sun, Krishna the sun. We could say the sun of the universe. But you started talking to the light. A light. You asked for help. And God said, I'm here, but you got to do the work. Believe in me. Have faith that you can get through this one day at a time. We got to be working through it. That's what a bee symbolizes, right? They're always busy little bees. Busy little bees, always busy, working through the pain. It's like giving birth. You don't know when the baby's coming, but you know you're having pains and you're going to deliver one way or another. Now, whether you come out of it, it's how you come out of the delivery that counts, right? The afterwards. Releasing the pain, allowing it to come and delivering, the feeling, releasing the feeling. We got an octopus here. An octopus is all about feelings. And get up there. An octopus never, it'll stick its little tentacle out, feel around, make it look like the rest of the rocks so nobody notices. It just kind of becomes the environment that it's in so that it doesn't get noticed, to feel what's going on. And then we have, coming out of the darkness, this pretty little pearl that's within this, under this bow. So after you come through the darkness, you're stronger, you're wiser, you're more capable of handling any situation, and you can identify the situation if you ever get close to it again. Come here. So, it's just a matter of identifying once you get through it. And I know, look, I'm 3 years to the other side of a situation. Okay? And I am now, I'm waking up every day happy. It seems that I have put the situation behind me, but that don't mean that I'm over healing, because, it could come up any day that I could get a flashback and feel sad and mourn or grieve or, have thoughts in my head like it could have been, it should have been, it would have been. But those thoughts don't do me no good, because I can't change anything. I have to believe that I can overcome all things with God guiding me through. God can't do the work. God is the Spirit that gives us the guidance to use in order to bring us through tough times. We have to remember that we have to believe in ourselves as much as we believe in God, right? Because if we don't believe in ourselves as much as we believe in God, then we won't get the work done. And faith and works are the one same thing. I mean, you believe in something, you begin to work on it. You believe something's going to happen, you start getting shit done. And that's called faith. You believe it's going to happen. You're manifesting it. You're creating it. You're going to bring it to life. Whether it's your own soul that is mourning and sad and hurting and, you're in tears and you feel all this mourning and grief and sadness over whatever it is, you got to know that you want to come through it on the other side as a healed human that still has love in their heart, because love is what makes things flourish. So healing isn't just getting over something. Healing is believing in yourself and nurturing yourself like you would a beautiful flower or this little puppy. I make sure I nurture my babies. I love them all. I make time for them every day to play and, have fun. So you have to make time for yourself as well, though. I make time for myself to do my yoga. I make time for myself to do a little bit of cardio. I make time and make sure I have my salad and, my tuna and and do things for me that make me know that I am taking good care of myself while I went through the struggle. Come here. Come here. You can't get up there right now. I love you. Go play. Go play. Okay? And so you want to believe in yourself enough that you are taking care of yourself. And if you need to cry, never feel shame in that. Cry. I cry in front of anybody. It don't matter. If I have to cry, I'm going to cry. And I cry about things that are silly. Sometimes I cry when it feels so good I don't know how to handle it. And I cry then too. Emotions, are very important part of our life because they, it makes you feel. And so you want to feel that good stuff. And in order to feel the good stuff, we have to allow the emotions of the things that didn't feel good out of us. Like I say, let's do an animal card. It took me years. I wondered, I hadn't been happy for a long, long time, and then I had to split up. Divorce, not a divorce, but as far as I'm concerned, it's a divorce. I ain't got no money. If anybody wants to pay for a divorce, that's fine, but I'm divorced as far as I'm concerned. And that's just the way it is, and that's what I believe. But anyway, I thought I was going to be with someone forever, and my heart got so broken. I was so crushed. I had never even ever thought about another man for as long as I was with him. And I thought it was a sacred union built by God, which made it even harder to understand and believe and realize. And believing it, I didn't even want to believe it. You understand? It took me a long time to believe that what I was seeing was true. Even he was telling me what I saw wasn't true. Now that was hard. I knew then he didn't really love me. It was so hard realizing that he didn't love me. Oh my God. But here I am on the other side of 3 years. And look at me. I can smile now. I can smile even through the day for no reason whatsoever. I believed in myself. I believed that I deserved to be happy. I believed that what God told me, if I could work through my emotions and allow the emotions that I have stuffed down for so long to come up and be released and written down. I've got journals. I wrote everything down. That I would eventually become emotionless to it. And sure enough, I did. And I changed. Change. It was wonderful. God told me keep going. I ground myself deep in the earth. I'd see my energy going into the mother. She supported and strengthened me through the whole way. Don't think for a minute everything isn't alive. Everything is alive, and everything comes from source. Okay? Change. Embrace the winds of change and refuse to be hindered by fear or resistance. That's what I did. I refused to believe that my heart would not heal. I knew it would. It would just take time because I had put so much energy into the situation, you see. Breaking away from it was really like ripped my heart out. Embrace it as an opportunity for growth. That's what God told me. You'll grow from this. You'll grow from this. You'll get something from this. And truth, it was so true. Oh, wow. Wisdom. I'm so much smarter than I was 3 years ago. Let me tell you what. And braver. And wiser. And more understanding, more loving, more kind, more gentle. But more to where I can spot them lies. I can see them from a mile away. I never listen to anybody anymore. I watch what they do. I'm a watcher now. I watch their actions. Yeah, their actions tell me everything. Not a word out of your mouth. Anybody can say anything, but walking the walk and talking the talk should be the same thing in everybody's life. What they say should be what they do. And you'll love yourself more too. Even if you don't like it. I've made promises I wished I hadn't made. But once God got his hands on me, he made me make them. He made me, that kept me from making promises I didn't want to make. It was a good lesson for me, you see. Yeah, it teaches you to keep your mouth shut and quit saying stuff that you don't really want, but because you're working for God, you've got to follow through on what you said you do, because if you don't, then God's going to see it and you know it. So what can you do? You do the right thing. And as you begin to do the right thing for the right reasons and go on down that line, all kinds of wonderful things begin to happen. You become a whole new person, somebody you can love. That's why you want to believe in yourself and believe in the change. Believe in the process, they say. I am a process. After it's not completed, I'm not done yet. I'll be working on myself to the day I die. And that's how it should be. We should be like a piece of art in our own mind and begin to create ourselves into what we know we could be. We have to believe in ourselves, believe in the change, and believe in the process. Right now, there's a new thing I'm working on. I'm preparing myself to quit smoking. I'm ready. It's another addiction that I think that I am ready to give up on. And I'm watching these programs to reprocess my mind. No longer do I say I love a cigarette. Now it's time to process into my head that I don't really like the cigarette. It's only become a habit with me, and a habit that I saw all through my family. And it's not that I love the cigarette. It's like when I smoke a cigarette, it like becomes a peace time for me. And all I need to do is start making other peaceful times for me. And so, to kind of trick the brain into moving towards a more positive area. And we never... Look, I have all the time in the world. I am single. I get to stay at my home and play in the world and my garden and things like that. I am very blessed. And I feel like it's my duty to do something with my time that's productive. And the only thing I have control over is myself. And so I want to be like that. Yeah. And that. Loving my life, offering what I can to others, shining, in control of myself, healthy, knowing that I'm doing the right thing for the right reasons. And I know that this is an odd way to want to go through life, but for the rest of my life, I've decided that I'm going to dedicate myself to God and doing the right thing for the right reasons. And God says, yes, I got to download. You guys believe so much in God. That's beautiful. But do you believe in yourself? Do you know who you are? Do you know the grit you got in you? Do you know who you are? You are a work of art that only you can create. You're like this little mass of potential with everything in you. Everything, anything you can think or imagine is in you. And all you have to do is start 1 minute a day of working towards your dream. If nothing but writing it down on paper. To allow yourself to dream the dream, to allow yourself to flow, to allow yourself to believe in you. This is the Father talking. A good father would say that too. Yes, you believe in me, son, but it's time for you to start believing in you too. You got to believe in you. I can't do everything for you, I need you to start taking the steps towards being the best you can be. Your dream that's inside of you only needs you to take 1 minute a day and begin working on it to see if that's what you love. And if it turns into 5 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day or 20 minutes a day, so be it. The more you begin working on things that you love, the better the Father, He'll bless you. You're going to be blessing you. Let's get real. Divine oneness. We are all one. You are the image of God. You're born in the image of the universe. It's all in you. Find that thing. The thing you hate about yourself is probably the most. The thing you hate about yourself the most is probably that thing that is going to make you the most happy. Me, I hated my mouth. My mouth got me in so much trouble. Oh my God, I prayed God that I could just shut my mouth and not speak. I did. I've actually put tape over my mouth before. People go to extremes. They get nuts. Yes, I've been nuts. Prayed to God that I could not keep my mouth shut about nothing. I mean, if I saw it, whatever I thought about it, I was going to speak. I spoke the truth my whole life. And there was not a damn thing I could do, and I hated it. I hated it. God said my mouth is the best thing about me, that I'm a good communicator, and that telling the truth isn't a bad thing. When people get mad at you because you speak the truth to them, that's not a bad thing either. People need to know these things. I could get these downloads through my meditation. God works with me because I connect to the ethers, and God's in the spirit between you and me. The ethers are between you and me. You can pull the ethers out of anything. We're all just little tiny, all pulled together. Quantum field physics. We're all just a bunch of atoms, little bitty tiny things that have come together in one whole thing to represent that which created us. Wow. Okay, here we go. What would you have to say, Holy Spirit, about anything whatsoever? Yeah, my mouth. Whew, I prayed for, my goodness. I've only enjoyed having a mouth for the last 3 years, when I realized that God told me that my mouth was okay, that I could speak. What do we got here? Balance. To balance things out. Balance the dark between the light. I had to learn that too, to balance. We need darkness. If there weren't darkness, we wouldn't exist. The thing is balance. Balance the darkness with the light of life that is in you. To love yourself, to be good to yourself, to only make promises to yourself that you're going to keep. Keep all promises you make anyway, because that's a part of your morality, your honor. I am only proud of who I am. I am not fancy. My clothes are all hand-me-downs. I don't have anything to show off. I never did. But me, I myself am my own prize. Because I have come from being a hillbilly hick that hardly knew what 4 plus 4 was. At the age of 30, when I went back to school, I had to start in mathematics of, the little bitty ones, and reading and all that. So I went to school for a year, got the hang of what I needed to do, and after that, I educated myself over the last 30 years through my own energy through my own power and understanding it according to my own life. And so my education still hasn't stopped. Now I'm actually educating myself on the 12 laws of the universe and how to become a more successful person. And why am I doing this? Not because I want the money, because I'm very happy where I'm at, but because I think the people need a speaker. The people need to know that God doesn't expect them so much to be a worship, but to model, the role model. God is a role model for us. How do I say that? Did I say that right? God is a role model. And we're not to expect God to take care of everything, because He wants us to do it. That's why Eve did what she did in the garden. She didn't want everything handed to her, because Eve told me she knew that she would never be happy in life. We want to work for things so we can be proud of who we are. We want to pat ourselves, not because of ego, but because we're emulating the good that we would see in God. We're pulling that down into our own selves and becoming that which we wanted God to be. Okay, I'll probably lose more people because of this, but let me tell you, this is coming straight from Spirit. And if you don't think God wants the best for you like any father, mother, brother would, think about it. Want you to be empowered. Want you to feel good about who you are. Knowing that you've done the right thing for the right reasons. That itself makes you walk with your chest puffed out. I do the right thing for the right reasons. What the fuck can anybody say about that? Nothing. And you, meanwhile, feel really good about who you are and why you're here. And He gives you purpose in life. To believe in yourself. Believe in you and who you are. Send your energy out into the universe looking for the good of the good of the good, and connect with a spirit or God, which we all come from one God, one source, created everything. So even if it isn't the number one God, you'll be talking to a spirit that was created by that God. It's like ladders and stairways and, ancestors. They come, and we're all ancestors. So Troth, truth, is our ancestor. Anubis, death, is our ancestor. Krishna, Kali Ma, any of these who have lived are our ancestors, because we all come from one. You can call upon anybody you want to call upon and still be okay. There's no right, there's no wrong. We are here for a experience. 5 of water. Time to change. Time to embrace the experience of not knowing and coming into something awesome. Good morning, darling. Thank you. Love you.
Love you too.
Yeah, and coming into something awesome. Everybody lives here. We're all just, we just flow, friends. It's just the way it goes. I love it. It's how I hope to see the world become someday, where strangers can be friends, trust each other, learn to love one another, for our children's sake, for the future's sake. Come on. Okay, well, I have rambled on about this, and I just want you to know that your prayers are heard, always. But the ancestors, God, Spirit, can only do so much. It is connected inside of you to become the God you pray to become the reflection of that which you love. So, love good things, love virtues, love the truth, love life. Here's my little lammy. Does he not look like a little lamb? Look here, Lammy. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. He doesn't chew up my pins. Daffy don't chew up my pins either, but the little girl is something else. So this is 5 of Waters. This is about dreaming of all the options and possibilities that are in your world, right? Change is the best thing. After, on the other side of change, where I'm at now, oh God, I'm so much better off. I am so much happier. I feel free. I feel loved, not just by God, but I love myself. To me, this is a miracle because I had never thought of myself. I never thought I deserved any kind of attention whatsoever. I have grown over the last 3 years from a little sprout into a big tree. I feel like I'm strong. I send my energy into the Mother Earth. I stay rooted, solid and rooted in the Mother Earth. And I send my energy into the heavens to connect with Source. And in between is where I live. In between is where I live. And I believe in myself. God taught me that, to believe that I was capable of holding any kind of higher vibration energy that God had to give me. I just had to sort and arrange myself in a way that could receive it. I had to get my emotions cleaned out. I had to be ready to love. I had to be ready to love like God would love. Now, it took me years to figure this out. And for the longest time, I just kept saying, God, why? And now I know why. Because I was supposed to step up for me. I was supposed to step up to the plate. Not expect God to arrange it, fix it, heal it. I was to become that which God dreamed me to be. And I want to tell you, in one of my visions, I did have a vision of a dreamer that was sleeping between 4 pillars. And for some reason I thought, that's a dreamer. He's between the 4 pillars of the earth. And God showed me this. See, a lot of things the universe showed to me. So I don't know who this is for, and if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. Listen at me, I'm talking like all those other tarot card readers. But I just would love to see you believing in yourself, God says, as much as you believe in God. And you can move mountains. Because believing in yourself is a part of believing in God. That's the part of the moving mountains. God doesn't say, I'll move mountains for you. No, God says, you with your faith will move mountains out of the way. Yeah. I can't say no more. Other than I love you, and I pray for anyone who is going through this. I let you know that there is a way out of the worst of things, of even things that were created in your life that were unnatural. Death is a natural thing. If people die, we allow them, we release them, we love them, we remember them. They're always in our heart. And this is a natural thing. An unnatural thing would be thinking that something is going one way, but really it's not. Now that's kind of unnatural. And so if anything like that happened to you, I pray for you, for I know that those are the worst things to come around, Look at that. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. God bless y'all. Bye bye.